Hey everybody, John Ellis with Etheric Networks at Wispapalooza 2019. I'm here with Craig Burgess. He's with Siklu Products. Craig, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, John. Really appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. So tell everybody what Siklu makes in the fixed wireless space.
Absolutely. So Siklu is a manufacturer of what's considered millimeter wave. In particularly, we manufacture products in the 60, 70, and 80 gigahertz frequencies. This is way up in the spectrum compared to your 5 gigahertz or your lower 6 bands or even microwave bands, if you will. The advantage of operating in those frequencies are, A, there's very little congestion there because the signals are very, very tight. In other signals tend to go out and bounce across things and find themselves in areas that maybe they shouldn't be. With our signals, you have none of that. It doesn't bounce anywhere. It's highly directional. And so the advantage of that also is that we're able to produce and pump a lot of ones and zeros over those our radio frequency links, if you will, thus giving us or yielding us and our customers the ability to deliver from a gig, 1 gigabit, all the way up to 10 gigabits of full duplex communication, and it's all Ethernet or IP-based technology. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So from what I understand, you're working in these higher bandwidth or higher gig frequencies, really, of the spectrums, and you're dealing with issues like range. So how do you compensate for the shorter range with the higher frequencies?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very good point, John. Really the only Achilles heel to our frequencies is rain, but with anything else designed properly, you can mitigate those issues. Okay, and we call it rain fade. Okay. And so as long as you have enough margin built into your designs, then you should be able to withstand rainy events, if you will. So and it really comes down to paying attention to the radio signal itself, how far the radios are apart from each other, and frankly, you guys do a great job with our radios delivering to your customers.
I appreciate you saying that, because the reason I was going there was we make precision circuits, and I had no idea why, and it's because they have to be so tight with these frequencies, right?
Exactly, and that actually yields to the overall resiliency of your offering, if you will, because it helps, if you will, cut down on what in traditional sense from a wireless standpoint could really cause you a lot of havoc. Wireline's been here for a long time in terms of copper wire, fiber, and so on and so forth, and we have that medium, and it's not going away. Fiber's great. We don't want to combat, say that we're competing against fiber. No, we extend fiber, very effectively at a very low cost, and delivering fiber performance in terms of the reliability, right?
Right, and one of the things I thought was interesting in this space was we can be faster than fiber due to the precision of the circuits in terms of latency. Am I right?
Absolutely. So latency, just to clarify, not everybody knows what latency is, but it basically means the time it takes for your information, if you will, to go from one point to another, right, is time, right? And so that's considered latency, and so you don't want any of it, right? You want to hit your button, or that video that you're downloading, or whatever, telephone conversation or whatever you're using on the network. You want that to be immediate, and so with our technology, literally. Millimeter wave has lower latency than fiber, believe it or not. And it's proven, and so service providers around the globe realize this, and so when latency is critical to an application for a customer or a client, then they deploy millimeter wave. In fact, little known fact, Chicago Mercantile, New York Stock Exchange, so our stock exchanges now are all ran on millimeter wave.
Wow.
And fiber is actually the backup to the millimeter wave.
Wow, so the stock exchange, probably the most important thing to the United States in terms of financial, right, runs on fixed wireless, everybody. That's impressive.
Absolutely.
One more thing, and then I'll let you go. Claude Aiken in the keynote address for this the other day mentioned that fixed wireless is now sexy. How do you feel about that?
I love it, baby. Let's get sexy.
Awesome. Craig Burgess with Siklu Products. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, John.